good day, Tamers. It is here. It's big. It's bad. It's beautiful. It's a giant metallic robot dinosaur creature of doom. The ultimate power of the Digimon World 1. Machinedramon. Fantastic deck up to now. Very rogue. Has it a few times where it was very good into the meta because, well, if you squish you ain't getting past. It was very good at stopping Beelzemon for a long time during the Beelzemon reign, as it was one of the very few decks that Beelzemon just couldn't touch, or at least not efficiently enough. But with that being said, though, we did get some new reveals recently. If you watched some of the videos for the news that I put out the other day, Cannon Beamon as well as Vespamon both have a lot of traits, but the most important one for us here is Cyborg, and they're also in the colour of black, which, if you know anything about green and black Digimon, they all seem to have the same inherited effect, which is murder your opponent's security stack, which Machinedramon has issues trying to not destroy itself in security, so this may or may not become quite the useful bit of support Cyborgs have gotten for, well, since ST17. But let's have a look at the list, see what you guys think. This is a work in progress. This is something I'm aiming towards currently. At the moment, unless we do get some more options that do come in BT18, BT19 that we do get released at the same time, or maybe like a EN promo that we might get, because we haven't had a EN promo for a long time for Japan. So maybe we can hope, right? That being said, though, let's jump into the video. So I'm going to start off here with everyone's favourite little man, Doraemon. There's no real reason for this being here other than I couldn't really think of a better level 2 to be in the deck, just because in this variation of Machinedramon, you probably will be at least going once or twice per game, inheriting a Digivolution source and being able to draw a card. If you do get to do this with Marvin Jackson, which we'll go into later on, I do believe that counts as a Digivolution source, so you do get to gain the draw on this. So you can trigger it at least generally once per turn once you got that Tamer out. That being said, though, we are going to go look at the new Hagurumon from BT15. On play, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck and add 1 card with Machine or Cyborg trait and 1 black Tamer amongst them to the hand. Return the rest to the bottom of the deck. Since your deck is all Machines or Cyborg, it makes sense, as well as having Analog Man and Marvin in here as your Tamers. You can generally find 2 pieces of these, hopefully, and then return the rest of the deck. Not so great. It would be great if this was some way like put trashing a card, maybe. But the beggars can't be choosers, and having access to 2 cards out of the 3 is still pretty darn good. We're going to get 2 of the new Haguri X antibodies from BT16. The reason why this is here is, 1, you do have a decoy in black, which will help you possibly avoid a DP, a deletion effect on your Machinedramon in case you need to keep it around for extra turn, or if you had to negate a couple and then you don't have enough sources currently to survive another check. But also you do get to get essentially a free Digivolution and draw power from this. So obviously, as you are running only Haguris in this, it makes sense that it's here. I was originally going to do this as 4, 4, and 4, but I think a lot of people did sort of remind me that you don't really need to run this as a 4 when you need to be able to put more level 5s in. So we looked around and that's what we did. Hagurumon from EX1. Why does this not have a foil printing yet, Bandai? Please. The Machinedramon players out there crave shiny goodness, and this is one of the only cards currently in the deck that you can't get shinied. Fantastic card, though. I think a lot of people, including myself, a long time ago thought, oh, I don't really want to trash a card and then draw 2. It doesn't really seem like a good effect because you're going 2 for 2. Yeah, it's not great, right? As more decks have had the option to go, hey, play a card, trash a card, and draw 2 cards, it's still an amazing effect, and this is, I'm pretty sure, the first one that had it, and it makes a lot of sense in Machinedra because you are sucking up sources from the trash. It seems no reason why you wouldn't want to play this card. It seems fantastic. And now that we have the Nagori that you can actually play really all of these into the breeding area first, you do actually have a good source of options as well as draw power going in the future. Godramon here as our first level 4. This here is really, the reason this is here for is again just for trashing a card with Machine or Cyborg. But Cyborg needs traits, and then one of your Digimon can't be deleted by your opponent's effects until the end of the turn. Very strong power here to be deleted is pretty good. You have to be careful of like bouncing and removal, but essentially as long as it's not deleted, you know, you can generally ignore that for a turn. But again, this is really just here for the trashing one card, trying to fill the trash quick as we can while we can. And then hover SPmon. On play when Digi-Evolving, reveal top card of your opponent's security stack. If that card is a Digimon card, you gain a memory. If it's a non-Digimon card, draw 1. Place the revealed card at the top or bottom of your opponent's security stack face down. If you know that you, for whatever reason, you're playing a security control and you flick over a Chaos Degradation, well, I guess you now just have to destroy one of your opponent's Digimon and then just remove security for the low cost of their life. All turns while there's a Tamer, this Digimon gets blocker and can't be deleted by your opponent's effects, which is really good because there's a lot more things nowadays to just say, oh, if it's got blocker, you know, pop it or destroy it, and this just ignores it, so it does help having a little bit of interaction. Fun fact, the alternate art of this card is cheaper than the current non-alternate art of this card, so if you're out there and you do need to get some of these, grab them where you can, as they are currently. I think I just grabbed my playset for £12 with postage, so a really good price for the alternate arts right now. Machinedramon. This is a card that I've been looking at since we had it revealed, what was it now? 7-8 months ago in Japan, and as soon as I saw it I just knew that it was like the best Machinedramon card ever. But obviously it is a Signs of Chaos Digimon originally. On play, when Digi-Evolving, reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. Amongst them, place one Machine, one Cyborg, or one Signs of Chaos trait card as this Digimon's bottom Digi-Evolution card, and add one such card to the hand, trash the rest. This is fantastic. It lets you cheat in your Marvin, it lets you cheat in a Source, it also lets you fill your trash for fun. I'm sure there is a way here that you can cheat things out a bit more unofficially or unefficiently, but at the end of the day it is still a pretty good one. When attacking, if an SOC traded Tamer card is in this Digimon's Digi-Evolution cards, delete one of your opponent's play cost of 3 or lower Digimon or Tamers. This is obviously really good for removing some annoying Tamers in the background, as well as the occasional Floodgate rookie, which, to be fair, something needs to happen with those because they're just getting destroyed so easily nowadays, where it doesn't even matter if your opponent destroys them because it's just generally like an additional effect of a card attacking, or it's in the sources like, oh, I get to destroy something. So it is what it is. But when attacking, must return Digi-Evolve one of your opponent's Digimon, which is insane because if you compare this with this card, your opponent thought they were safe, then you got Digi-Evolved, and then no, just smash into them. For those of you who aren't aware, BT8 Metal Greymon is an absolute powerhouse and a staple in the deck, and I wouldn't see this go anywhere. When Digi-Evolving, Digi-Evolve or one of your opponent's Digimon, it's fantastic, and then delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 3000 DP or less. Because it's your turn, it will also trigger the effects of the green-black Digimon as well, and it's just insane. If there was a way to get them underneath, obviously, when Digi-Evolving. There is a way, I think, but not necessarily the way you want to use it. Your turn, while this Digimon has Dragonkin or Machine, choose one of the Machine. In its traits, it can also attack your opponent's unsuspended Digimon, which is why it's here, because one of the things that Machinedramon is good at is obviously being slightly bigger than some things, not bigger than everything, but having 13k or 12k or even just 11k is kind of useful to crashing into some of those Digimon that want to stick around a bit more. So we do have Machinedramon here, and to say the least, he's been very good since BT11. You can also get him in foil, you can also get him in pre-release foil, depending on how you want your flavour. Hopefully at some point we'll get one of those nice green and black dual coloured cards for this card, because it is a fantastic card. When Digi-Evolving and on play, for each green or black Tamer in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon, and then one of your opponent's suspended Digimon can't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase, which is really good if you can't get access to the Metal Greymon, and you do have to play this early, or you Digi-Evolve into this because it's the only card you feel like is good to Digi-Evolve into. Then all turns will return when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle. Trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. As it is once per turn, all turns, it can be quite scary for your opponent. But at the same time, having access to 4 of these traits now is just ridiculous, and I can honestly see that Machinedramon just become very powerful in the format. If only there was a better way for us to get stuff in the trash and churn out the Machinedramons that were needed. Kenabimon, one of our new Digimon over here now, The only thing you really need to know about this is it is a cyborg. But security, opponents turn, all of your royal base traded Digimon gain blocker. If you didn't know about this, the royal base thing, go look at it. It's on the channel. I'll probably put it as the recommended video for you guys at the end if you want to stay here that long. But essentially, it's a new way of playing a different kind of security control, where you have your Beamons flipped face up in security. And the deck looks really interesting. It's probably something I'm going to want to mess around with in the future. But I do like the looks of this deck. But Machinedramon is here, what we're here for today. I'm playing one Digivolving for each of your face-up security cards, Digi-Evolve for your opponent's Digimon. Again, just a very good effect. You do see Digi-Evolve is primarily a very good black removal, which is why the blue-black Magna is just... it's a custom card. It's very good. But again, we're here for the effect of when this Digimon deletes one of your opponent's Digimon in battle, remove the top security card. And these should trigger every single time, because when you go down, you basically trigger these per step. Which is, you do the Machinedramon first, checks for the top one, remove the top one. You got Can the B1 next. Can the B1 looks, it will then look for the next card down. Hey, there's a top card again, remove the top card. Vestmon will do the same thing again. Hey, look, I've triggered again, there's a top card, remove the top card. The Rapper will do the same thing again when it looks at it, and then remove the top card. Obviously, with this, being really good, the case is that all these cards here are just cyborgs of doom. Vestmon is a new card here that you may have seen coming in BT19. I cannot wait for that set to come out. Security opponents turn all of your royal-based traded Digimon gain blocker, and then on play when Digivolve delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a playcost of 2 or less for each of your face-up security cards. Add 2 to this effect's playcost maximum. Again, this won't be something massive in the Machinedramon deck, but it will be here if you want to play the royal base variant. Again, Vestmon is a cyborg, so we're here for all turns, once per turn. When this Digimon deletes your opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top security card. Which again, we shall be doing probably mostly on their turn when they try and swing in and try and survive. Rapamon, on the other hand, is quite an interesting card here, although it will be costing a 4 cost to go into. On play, when Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then if you have a green Tamer until the end of your opponent's turn, your opponent's effects can't delete this Digimon, return it to the hand or deck. Card is fantastic. Card is also a bit of a custom card. The only issue is you do not run any green Tamers currently until we find ourselves a good green and black Tamer, maybe in the future. All turns, once per turn, when this Digimon deletes an opponent's Digimon in battle, trash the top card of their security stack. Again, the effect is here. This is why it is very, very good. Machinedramon from BT11 is here to beat your stacked Machinedramon. So when Digivolve on play with your top 5 cards of your deck, add 1 analog man amongst them to your hand, and add 1 card with cyborg or machine in its traits to your hand, or place it under this Digimon as its spot in the distribution card. Trash the rest. On deletion, by placing one of your analog man in play to the bottom of the owner's deck, you may play 1 Machinedramon from your hand without paying the cost. This is essentially the idea of you float from this into this Beastie Boy, and your opponent just has a bad time. On play, you may play up to 5 or 5 red or black cards with cyborg in their traits and different card numbers from your hand, and or trash in this Digimon's distribution cards to gain 1 memory for each card placed. Thinking back of it now, I think a lot of people probably have thought about this, not necessarily the same way I've just thought about it over the last few months or so, but this is essentially the first Digicross deck. Stuck up some sources, get some memory back, or reduce the cost of the Digivolution basically. But no, this is a game memory. All turns, this Digimon's DP can't be reduced, which is fantastic, especially in a lot of formats like this one, where Yellow Vaccine wants to try and do terrible things to you, and will definitely do their best. And then all turns, when this Digimon would be deleted, you may trash 2 level 5 Digimon cards in this Digimon's Digivolution cards to prevent this Digimon from being deleted. I don't know if Angimon's effect just gets rid of this and you can't interrupt it. I feel like you should be able to, but whenever I've seen it, if people do it, they just instantly hit the Machinedramon and just die, so I don't know. This is very strange. Here we go, we have the one-off AgitoSwiftly X antibody. Very good card, just very awkward to get it out when you need to. So you may face by placing 1 Digimon card with the cyborg or machine traits from your trash as this bottom distribution card of this Digimon. All turns, this Digimon gains all the effects of Machinedramon and AgitoSwiftly in this Digimon's Digivolution cards. All turns must return when this Digimon would be deleted. Trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So you can also try to delete this, you don't die, you remove 2 cards from here, it pops the top security card. If your opponent crashed into you for whatever reason and then you just don't die, well, you both 13k and you don't die, you still get to destroy the rest of their security stack, so yeah, it's quite dangerous. AgitoSwiftly from EX3 here, this is one of those awkward ones. Pick your copies up before they all disappear off the market, because people are going to be wanting to pick these up soon. On play, when Digivolving, you may place up to 3 red or black Digimon level 5 cards with Cyborg in the traits, and different card numbers from your hand or trash under this Digimon at the bottom of Digivolution cards. Do Digi-Evolve one of your opponent's Digimon for each card placed with this effect. Cost 1 to go over a Machinedramon. Get to add 3 sources. Can Digi-Evolve 3 one of your opponent's Digimon. Then all turns when this Digimon would be deleted by returning it to your hand or deck. You may trash 2 level 5 cards. It picks a good bed. Go! Sticky dog. All turns when this Digimon would be deleted or returned to the hand or deck, you may trash 2 level 5 cards in this Digimon distribution card to prevent it from leaving play. This can get very silly because if you have this, and you have Machinedramon, and you have X Antibody, you just can't be removed simply enough. It's very, very awkward for your opponent. Supreme Connection, probably the best card from BT15. Don't at me, you know it's amazing. Main reveal top 5 cards of your deck. Amongst them, add 1 card with the machine or cyborg trait in the hand, and trash 1 such card. Return the rest to the top of the deck, everyone. Then place this card in the battle area. Main delay, you may play 1 level 5 or higher Digimon card with the machine or cyborg trait from your hand with a play cost reduced by 3. So if you are playing this Machinedramon here, if you let me do it, gain 5 back from here, reduce it by 3, you are essentially playing this for a cost of 4? 4 cost Machinedramon with all those sources. Screen effect is the same as the main effect, it's just as good, if not better. Supreme Eradication Attack. Or you have a level 6 Digimon with Machinedramon trait in play, you can use this card without meeting its colour requirements. Choose one of your Digimon with the machine or cyborg trait, delete that Digimon and one of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this Digimon's DP. Super Eradication Attack. By trashing 1 card with cyborg with machine trait from your hand, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost less than or equal to that trash card's play cost. You do occasionally get people like throwing out the Chaos and occasionally the Chaosdramon X Antibody, because they do this because they want to delete something that's pretty big. But it's also just a very, very good card. You don't have to use the BT12 version. You can run the EX 3 version if you want to. I picked this one this time. I kind of go backwards and forwards between which I like the fancy of at the time. But for now, I'm using the Super Eradication Attack. Also, the fun thing about this one is you can actually target yourself. So here, you delete that Digimon, so you're choosing yourself here, and then one of your opponents, and as we already know from X Antibody, is when this Digimon will be deleted, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack. So it's just here to be... Just here to be a dick. That's what it's here for. Analog Man, start your main phase by trashing 1 level 5 card with the cyborg in its traits from your hand, get a memory and draw, really good recursion effect, obviously memory is also really good. First turn, when an opponent's Digimon attacks a player by suspending this Tamer, switch the target of the attack to one of your level 6 Digimon machine traits, which is how you do just generally get rid of a lot of your opponent's security, because they crash into you because they can't help it, and then they just do that. Marvin Jackson, security, play this card without paying the cost. Start off your main phase by trashing 1 card with the machine, cyborg, or SOC traits in hand, gain a memory, very similar to our old friend Analog Man. Mind link one of your Digimon with the machine, cyborg, or SOC traits can be linked together with Marvin Jackson. And then while this Digimon has the machine, cyborg, or SOC traits, gains jamming and blocker, which is just fantastic for the deck that doesn't really run any jamming options. So this could be very useful for that last check into security if it needs it. And that is the 50 card rundown, everyone. Hope you've enjoyed this sort of quick preview. Again, it's a work in progress. I'm looking forward to trying this out. I think it's going to be very interesting. The only thing that we are really missing is a better secondary level 4. I do think Guardian is a bit but you are trashing hardware machining to get more in the trash, which is still pretty good. And I quite like Hover SB because it does let you have a reveal of the top card in security, which may or may not pique your opponent's interests. But that's it for today. So, ciao for now, Tamers, and we'll catch you guys on the flip side, when we may or may not make another Machinedramon video, because I do like Machinedramon, but give me more interesting things that I personally can love. Ciao for now.